and then you probably don't want to toss because then they'll end up everywhere. So I just kind of like
Circular motion.
I hate walnuts, but walnuts, those raw bananas, persimmons, they're all like in the same category of tannin. Raisins are made from grapes and currants are made from grapes, but they're just a different varietal. They get plump, they get soft. These kind of stay hard. So it's up to you which one you want to use. I will end up using the raisins, but currants are also really nice too. They just kind of stay a little bit more tough. I like to do like a fruit and nut stuffing is the idea, but I just kind of stick with the fruit. There's also some ground cinnamon if you want to sprinkle some. I'll sprinkle some on top, but my liquid will also have apple juice and cinnamon stick in it. So what we want to do, make sure you wash your apple, and we're going to cut it in half around the equator. And try to get it as even as possible so that your apples are the same. Don't cut one side bigger than the other because of course they're going to cook a little uneven. Now I'm going to shave off the bottom of these so that they sit nice and flat. I put some lemon so it doesn't oxidize. And again, it just adds flavor. Grab your melon baller. You want to core this guy out. Just like what we did with the pear, you want to get that whole core out. And it should pull out the bottom as well. Nice and flat. Then get that whole core out. And one's still kind of left a little bit. So I'm going to come through the center of the top and try to get it out.
You wouldn't just flip it and get it from the other side?
No, because I don't want a big old divot right at the bottom. I try my best to get it out through the inside. Awesome. So now we're gonna stuff. I just put a little bit of raisins in there, let them plump up. And this takes about 30 minutes in the oven. And then we're gonna put a little bit of liquid to let it cook, and then we'll make a sauce out of the liquid. So now we're gonna take a small pan, and then I've got about a cup of juice and a cinnamon stick.
What did you just put on top of it?
A little bit of salt. Okay. Put it in the oven, set it for 10 minutes. Then after 10 minutes, I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna baste, back in for 10 minutes. And it's gonna happen every 10 minutes until it's done. You'll be able to take a paring knife, slide it in and slide it out with ease. Your apple's done. Then we'll remove our apple, reduce our sauce down, and make a sauce with it. Okay. So baste, give it some love. Let some of that dried fruit, that pear or that apple, so it doesn't look like a dried, shrivel up piece of fruit. But that's all we're gonna do. Every 10 minutes is pull it out. If you have these little floaties, put it back in there. But I'll do like 3 or 4. Instead of poking through the top where you see the holes, we're gonna poke through the side, okay? And it should come in and out with ease. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on and start reducing this down. If you felt like your apple still needs to be cooked a little bit longer, leave them in there. While your juice is reducing, that's all we're doing is reducing this cup down to about 2 ounces. We always take the 8 ounces to 2 ounces. It'll give us the perfect amount of sauce. While this is reducing, just continue to baste. Right? If you feel like they need a couple more minutes, while that sauce is reducing, just baste. This will be a good way to finish cooking. It's the residual heat from the bottom of the pan. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do because they're still a little firm. I'm just gonna go ahead and let the sauce reduce. And then the whole time it's reducing, I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to baste.